World. Hope y'all are doing day 15 of my 100-day meditation experience. So 2 hours a day, and then at various points, sometimes in a block, sometimes in little chunks, and then letting y'all know how it's going. So today, what is my experience? Continuing this opening, this sense of peace and presence. Hello, welcome. Um, and a deeper, I guess the biggest thing for me today right now is a strong sense of just acceptance of what is. If you've been watching any of these scopes up to this point, I've mentioned a couple times that I've kind of doing some of these in the wee hours of the morning, and due to adding some of the different, the meditations and the scoping and the uploading to various social media sites, it's taken extra time in my day, which is already kind of full. And so I have gotten kind of some low sleep of late. And at first there was some resistance, and I'm not saying I'm in perfect acceptance, but I definitely am in a much deeper level of acceptance than I ever have been before. I kind of resolved last night that this is important to me, and so whatever happens happens, but I'm going to keep going and see how this all evens out, and so just a place of peace. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it's deeper than it ever has been before. And actually, I was watching Kyle Cease, a video of his. He's the guy who originally kind of got me inspired into this 2-hour meditation experience thing. And he said, what am I doing? Good question. Right now, sitting here. No, overall, I'm doing a 100-day meditation experience or meditation challenge or whatever word you want to call it, and where I meditate 2 hours a day at various, either like a big chunk or a few littler chunks, and then just scope about my experience to reinforce it in myself, to help, enlighten others, and then hopefully incite other people to have their own meditation experience. I feel that this awakening of an inner consciousness is going to help. Solitude, yeah, also, that's okay, no worries. Um, Not really solitude in the sense of loneliness, I guess. It's actually a deeper connection to everything, if that makes any sense. Um, the way that I see things, the outside world is kind of a mask or an overlay on a deep inner spiritual world from which we all come. And so the more we tap into ourselves, the more we tap into that deep place that everybody is connected. And so the more we tap into and connect with all the people around us. So far from being solitude, it actually ends up being a deeper place of love and connection to all that is. Thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate that. So yes, if anybody has any thoughts, questions, comments on the idea of meditation or connection or spirituality or anything, everything, feel free to chime in. So like I said, I'm definitely in a deeper place of acceptance. Kyle Cease, the guy that originally kind of inspired me to do this meditation challenge, I was watching a video from him earlier today. Yes, yeah, a perspective of unity. And not just an intellectual perspective. I have read a lot of books and the idea of we are all one, we're all connected, all the above. I've known intellectually that's beginning to open experientially, if that makes any sense. And I'm really beginning to feel and experience what I know up here to be true. And that only comes through the practice and the embodiment of the meditation itself. Yeah. And so, like I was saying, like Kyle Cease said, I watched a video from him tonight, and he said that the world will keep kicking your ass until you accept what is. Um, so, and just in that kicking of one's ass is where change comes in. So I'm definitely in a place of change right now and acceptance. How it's affecting me spiritually and mentally, and everybody has their own experience for sure. My heart is more open. My I'm more present. I feel more grounded. It's very easy, most of the time to get caught up in what's going on in the outside world, and I still have my moments for sure. I mean, I'm not perfect at this, but when I, used to get in a lot of different activities and have a lot of things going on, or have low sleep, or I'm running late somewhere, or whatever, then it's this frantic, oh my gosh, I gotta, do all these things, and I'm running around, and kind of lose myself. And now this base level, this pool of this foundation of groundedness, this base level of just kind of, huh, is beginning to build. And so even if the other stuff happens, the running around, it's kind of on the surface. And I sense it. Hello, welcome. Glad you're here. I sense it, but this deeper level of presence is becoming more my home than the other. Right on. What practice do you do for your solitude practice? As you're typing that in, I'll mention something else too. That one of the things I focused on tonight in the last chunk of my meditation is this idea of bringing my mind and my awareness into my lower dantian or my lower dantian. So the Chinese medicine philosophy calls the dantians. Okay. Was this you by choice or by force? Meaning, like, you chose to just put yourself in solitude, or like you were imprisoned or something, or what was if you don't mind sharing, the circumstances behind it. Um, right on. So what awakenings are you finding, or how are you finding that it's changing your um, imprisoned? I gotcha. Um, so how did you feel that changed you? I guess in beneficial ways and maybe in not beneficial ways. Um, yeah, how have you shifted through that experience? So the lower dantian and then middle dantian, upper dantian, basically are storehouses or batteries of energy. You can also liken them to like the chakra system as well, and the physical. Hello, welcome. Glad you're here. I'm talking about my meditation experience, and so if you have any questions on meditation, thoughts, comments, anything, please feel free to chime in. Um, right on. Yeah, I agree. There's something about letting go of the outside world completely that and connecting with what's inside that brings an intense level of self-awareness. Right on, man. I'm glad for that for you. So you are now, I'm guessing, out in the outside world again? Hmm. Yeah, as you connect more and more deeply, and again, this is just my experience. I'm assuming that everybody is the same at the deepest level. Um, I am in near Houston, Texas, north of Houston a little bit. So yeah, I'm assuming that everybody is deeply connected at the. Well, I mean, I know we're deeply connected at the deepest level. I'm assuming that as we all continue to go inside, we have similar experiences. But in that opening up, not just um, Good for you. Yeah, and I'm sure that that can be tough, having been in solitude for 2 years. Um, the intuition that I get, cool, right on. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of people from Russia, but you're the first person that I'm aware of that I've gotten from Turkey. So, welcome. Um, a lot of, or what my intuition says is that I feel that maybe your mind opened through the lack of the mental stimulation. There's a deep inner sense mentally that happened. What I feel now would really serve, and what may need to open to help you connect with your surroundings is your heart. So letting bringing your attention, your energy, your awareness away from your thoughts, begin to come back down into your body. Tapping or shaking or just moving, focusing on your breathing, stuff like that, to bring your attention into your physical body. And on the way, it will open up your heart as well. And I feel that with that heart opening and connecting to a deeper layer of your soul, that will also help you connect in a place of love and unity with all of your surroundings. And then at that point, um, yeah, life will open much more so for you. Is what feels right inside. Um, and yeah, so like I was saying tonight, mainly just bringing my attention, focusing consciously on like dropping my senses, dropping my awareness into my lower dantian, or in Korean danjan, and feeling a lot of release of tension, um, a lot of relaxation. And I noticed it as I, due to the low sleep and whatnot, I definitely have some fatigue in my body. And as I would get up in my head, I would start to kind of fall asleep and start kind of nodding off. And as I bring my attention back down into my physical body and into my uh, danjan, I just a level of not really tired, not really awake, just presence, just here with what is, um, began to kind of open and cultivate. And it's a very interesting feeling, just being here, you know? So, yeah, so that's been my experience. You're very, very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Do you have any other thoughts or comments or perspectives or anything? Um, I've been doing, it kind of depends, honestly, on my day. I found it really beneficial to start with at least a half an hour in the morning. Like I kind of get up, sit by the side of my bed, and do, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Kegel exercises. Basically, Kegel exercises are squeezing and releasing the muscles in your pelvic floor that stop you from peeing. Um, and it very much brings your consciousness deep down into your body. And actually, I squeeze my entire pelvic floor, like from the prostate muscles, the Kegel muscles, or the PC muscles that stop yourself from peeing, the anus muscles, everything in that whole thing just kind of squeeze and release. Aside from building up muscular structure that then over time can help, with sex, lead to multiple orgasms, controlling ejaculation, all kinds of things like that. It also is a very grounding practice. It brings a lot of energy into the first chakra and brings your mind deep into your body. So I do that generally by the side of my bed when I wake up. Then some intestine exercises. So just pulling in and releasing my intestines to kind of help activate my second chakra. And then sit there, and sometimes I do that and I start my day because I have many things going on. Sometimes I can sit and meditate for a half an hour or so by my bedside. And I find that starts my day with a nice sense of just presence. And then, like I said, I'm doing 2 hours now, so then it kind of depends on how my day flows. Sometimes I'll get up, I'll eat a little bit, exercise, and meditate for another hour, and then do a half an hour at night. Sometimes my day is full, and I'll end up doing, the extra hour and a half or a couple of 45-minute blocks, like a mid-afternoon and evening, or both near the evening. Kind of flows differently each day. Hello, welcome. Yes, it also builds your core strength as well, for sure. And I find that traditional, like ab exercises, sit-ups and whatnot. Right on. ¿Cómo estás? I find that traditional ab exercises, bueno. Bienvenido. Hablo poco español. Right on. Yo fui Málaga y Madrid um, 15 años pasado por 2 o 3 semanas. Was muy it was muy bueno. A lot of fun. Right on. Muchas gracias. Te gusto también. Um, so a lot of ab exercises, just sit ups and, plank, different things like that, side bends. But then the intestine exercise stuff really helps to develop a core strength, not just the surface abs, but a deep inner intestinal muscular strength that I find really helps your overall core as well. Not to mention, right on. You're very welcome, bud. And if you don't mind, add a few hearts and give me a follow. And then whenever I'm on in the future, you're free to, you can see it and join. And I really appreciate your time hanging out. Have a wonderful evening. And on that note, I'm also going to head out. So that's basically what I got for the evening. I wish everybody in the world much love, your own awakening and enlightenment, however that flows for you, and then we will eventually all wake up as a society and as a planet. So take care. Have a great night. Bye-bye. Thank you. I really appreciate that.